Can you turn the microphone off?
Which one?
The outside one. Sammy's doing stuff. Hi. Hi, everyone. I was like, you have 7 seconds. So he says, oh, we're here. Hello. I can't see what you guys are saying, so just hold on a sec. Is Twitch broken?
No, I just hit the wrong button. You can.
Okay. I can't see anything, so I gotta wait. Sammy's broken. No, he's okay. He's okay. We're just trying to figure out this computer stuff is every time I go to stream, the computer says the disk is full when there's like 60 gigs of space, and then it ends up closing my browser page. Weird stuff. I swear it wasn't me, guys. But anyways, let's carry on. We have some plentiful veggies. Yours too, Matt. We've been doing the Streamlabs OBS. So maybe there's something weird. You had to reset your router 3 times last week? Yeah, there's something weird going on. Even today when I started the stream, it's like, we are trying to reconnect to stream. I'm like, what? Like, why would it even disconnect? Well, that's good to know that I'm not the only one having issues. Thank you, man. Annie, you're trying to make arrangements to pick up your key tomorrow. Amazing. Log out and log back in. Well, I think it's a little bit late to do that.
Yeah.
We're just gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we got, guys. To clear the cache. Okay. Well, we'll do that afterwards then. Okay, well, I hope everyone is well today. We've been having a good day. As you can see, we are home nice and early again. It was wonderful. We basically have finished up the house where the tree fell through the roof. So we finished off the ceiling today and all of the walls that we had to fix. So it looks like nothing happened now. Pretty cool. You got done fighting it last night when you had to reset up almost everything. Well, at least you had to do all of that at once. That's not bad. Tonight's task is to clean the fridge from top to bottom. Oh, that's like one of the last things, right? So it's gotta feel good, Annie. And clean the basement, awesome. Getting there, hey? Especially when you have to do most of that stuff by yourself. That's a long feat. It's impressive. You got your cherry busted and got your first sub in biddies before you even started? What? That's amazing. Congrats, dude. Yeah, I would be happy with that too. It's like, it doesn't seem like much, but not a lot of people stream and can have subscribers, right? So well done. Well done. 2 p.m. key pickup. Oh man. That's amazing. So then are you moving this weekend? Holy smokes.
This was the house before?
Yeah, that's what we walked into. It was like, oh, a literal tree fell through the roof. There's the crack. No, this is my baby. That's mine.
This is the house now.
Yeah, that's it today. Ta-da! That's what Sammy and I did. Woo woo! Yeah, I'm talking to Annie. Shush. He's the one with the money. You got that right. Ta-da! Nothing even happened. Hi, Jen. Yeah, I am so pumped to get into this emu egg. We're actually, oh no, we might have some tools in the house. Probably don't have to go up to the car and get everything. Yeah, it looks like nothing even happened.
Yeah, I cracked it open with a knife.
Okay, he did a knife. Okay, so let's look. I don't know. Now the Elgato's ruined, Sam. Something's, I don't know. It says error. Okay, well, here is some of the lovely things that we're going to use today on stream. We got some awesome wild sockeye salmon fillets. I haven't opened this package, so I'm hoping that they are beautiful. So let's see if this will focus. So $15 for this. And we have half a kilo. That's pretty good. And then garden peas. This is the last of them. Holy shit, look at this mutant one. Mutant. Should focus for us, maybe not. Okay, anyways, and then we have this little bit of beans inside, and then we can pick more beans outside when we go to pick the cherry tomatoes later. And a little bit of Swiss chard. We got some chives, and then we just have to pick some herbs to put in with our salmon poaching. And we're gonna do this in the sous vide. So anyone that's been wondering how to cook sous vide, this is the day for you. So instead of poaching salmon in a pot and having to monitor the temperature of the oil, etc., we're gonna do it in the circulator instead. And on the recipe command, I linked a really good article from Serious Eats of how to sous vide salmon as well. And we're gonna go through that together before we start, because it's always nice to know how to do the process.
There must be
Something's going on with Streamlabs.
I don't know right now.
Okay, it's okay. Hi, Vune, how are you?
Vune!
Why isn't that working, Vune? It's not even working when I do it.
What?
Yeah, Streamlabs has to be effed. Let me check. Let's try this one. Not even the menu command works, and I know that I updated all of that before I started today. So something is happening with Streamlabs, guys. Just bear with us. Wow, indeed. That's all I can say. I'm sorry. I can only work with what I got. Yeah, fired. And you're fired. Can we get some Apprentice music, please? You're fired. Whiz Kid, welcome back. Good to see you. I know garden peas. This is the last of it for us. Okay, so first things first. Salmon. Sous vide salmon. Let me, instead of using this command, I'm just gonna post it in chat real quick. Boop. I guess we're going back to Stream Elements, hey? Okay, so I'm just gonna read this article. You guys don't have to click on it unless you wanna look into it afterwards. But I really love all the Serious Eats articles. And I have found them so, so helpful for like everything I cook. They're really good at explaining everything. Yeah, sous vide. Say what? A request? What have you requested, Vune? Let me see.
It works.
What do you mean this is trash? Okay, that could actually be really good though. That's a perfect way to have a snack. Okay, so you think chicken breasts are delicate. Salmon has it beat by a mile. With practice, you can get to the point of nailing a perfect medium rare center on a piece of poached or pan-seared salmon. But practicing on salmon can get pricey. Yeah, it is quite expensive. It's even expensive for us here, where the salmon is plentiful. So even when we eat the salmon, that's very special for me. That is like one of my favorite foods. And then sous vide will guarantee perfectly moist, tender results each time. This allows you to achieve textures you never knew were possible, from buttery soft to meltingly tender and flaky yet moist. So what I'm gonna go for I think I'm gonna cook this at 115 Fahrenheit or 46 Celsius. That's for you, Vune. And it says it should be translucent and just starting to flake. And then I guess that'll give us room to play if I want to sear it after that. Or I can just go straight poach, and I would probably cook it to 125 Fahrenheit. What do you think, Sam? Or just go right to 130? So 130, if you think of cooking a steak, that would be like medium rare, medium temp. But salmon, because it's so fatty as well, it can be cooked at that temp and not get dried out or anything like that. And I do like that texture a lot more than cooking it well done. So, okay, let's do 130 Fahrenheit. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is come over here to my ANOVA. Plug it in first and foremost. And then I'm going to set it. So 130, and then press start. And that's going to start heating up the water for us. You have some good news. What is it, Annie? Interesting, you don't mind sushi, but if you start to cook, you make sure you fully cook it. How come? You don't like half raw fish? I don't really either. I mean, if you cook it to medium, it shouldn't be a raw consistency, because I'm not huge on salmon sashimi either. I find that it's too chewy compared to tuna. A burrito? No, that's the salmon in dog. Boo. The home inspection is only going to set you back $1,500 off the asking price. That's insane, home inspections. Need to get into that. Everything is a go. Congrats. Oh, that's got to feel good. Was that like the first offer as well? Just done and done? Why are we shouting you out in dog? Why not? I don't know. Matt's back. He does what he wants. Okay, so this should take about an hour is all we need to cook the fish for. You can maybe go up to 2 hours, but it might start to fall apart and get too mushy if you cook it for too long, because fish is a lot more delicate than any other meat. So I like to do just an hour, and in that amount of time, we should get enough flavor from the aromatics as well in the bag for it to flavor the entire piece of salmon. So it says season the salmon generously with salt on all sides. Place in your vac bag. Add your aromatics so we can pick some nice fresh herbs from outside. And I'm gonna use olive oil in with it. So I think that'll be really, really nice. And then we can strain the oil out afterwards and use it to kind of garnish around the dish, because it should have really good flavor in it by that point. So actually, sorry, it says cook 30 to 45 minutes for fillets 1 inch thick or less, 45 minutes to an hour for fillets between 1 and 2 inches. So that's a good guide as well. Like, they really don't skip any step here. So awesome. It could have been much worse. Oh, that's the cost of the repairs. That's not bad at all then. 1,500? I would settle with that. Yeah, it's totally a texture thing for me as well, Matt. Half-cooked fish, kind of weird. Okay, so let's start dressing our salmon. The part Vune banned the Vune bot. And then after we dress our salmon, we will make our spaetzle. with the emu egg. Hi HPX, how are you? Just checking that the mod command still works. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, everything is messed up right now. You said the magic word, spaetzle, because I've gotten so much heck for everyone, or from everyone, by saying it the white person way. The spaetzle. Spaetzle. Okay, I'm excited to take a peek at this salmon. Spazzle? The spatula. I have also never had an emu egg before, so this is new for me as well. Haha, that's the funny part, Onuris, is we'll get to that afterwards, the guide. This recipe is actually from Sam's Oma, straight from Germany. And all it is equal parts egg and flour. So yeah, we're gonna use 1 emu egg, but that's gonna make a lot of spaetzle just because we're using that 1 whole egg. But it's really cool that you can kind of tailor the spaetzle recipe to kind of however much you want, right? Is if you want to use only 2 eggs, well then weigh out the eggs and weigh out the same amount of flour as that. This is really nice looking actually. And we might not dress it quite yet. It's a little bit frosty still. I'm kind of surprised. Vune. Yeah, human-sized eggs. That'll be quite a few there, Onuris. It is beautiful. Yeah, this is wild sockeye that we bought on sale. But even then, look at it. Like, it's not the best quality, I would say. It's definitely torn up. Like, this isn't from me just opening this from the bag. This was definitely from how it was butchered. And that actually makes me really upset. How do you do this to a salmon? I just don't understand. It is really fresh, but I just wish that the butchers at the store knew what they were doing. Yeah, there's one thing to like butcher properly, but then there's another thing to like literally butcher the meat and be like, oh no, well that's not supposed to be like that. Hey Beeferb, how's it going? But anywho, let's just let this come up to temp a little more. And then we'll deal with this in a little bit. I'm just gonna leave this out. And then as soon as the frost is gone, then we can season it. But dang, that got messed up. Well, the good news is, guys, that I'm gonna start fishing for my own salmon quite soon here. So far, the tentative date is gonna be August 10th that I go out with my friend and his grandpa and try and catch some salmon and maybe a few crabs. This salmon we got from Save on Foods, it's called, is one of the supermarkets here. I'm doing well, Beeferb. Really, really well. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I am so excited to get into this egg. It is time. Are we ready for this? The dragon egg. Hojerific, good to see you. We missed you yesterday. Yeah, don't give the crabs to Sammy. I used to fish a lot when I was young, so I'm really excited to get back into it. I think I'm just gonna put this little pan underneath the egg while we try and get into it. And then grab our bowl. Okay, salmon. What do we think? What did they say? The heel of the knife or the back of a knife? Okay. Scat, how are you? At least crabs are treatable. Fun facts by Matt. Chef Babylon, welcome guys, welcome. It is so nice. So emus have a special pigment when they start to build their egg inside of themselves that starts to color the egg, and it gets darker and darker because there's 7 layers to this.
Just use the heel of the knife, put the back of the knife and go around the top or the side.
Like this way.
Yes.
Do, boop, boop, boo.
Yeah, you don't use a big knife either.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. There's a dragon in here. So that's why that is this color. And then actually at the end of their egg laying season is the egg will get lighter in color, so it won't be this really dark green. And then that's how the farmers know that that's the last egg. So it'll be like a pale kind of green blue. Actually, like this color.
Yeah.
That's that comparison there. And then it's like, oh, the farmer knows that that's probably the last egg that they're gonna lay for this season. Yeah, inside of an emu. Matt, thank you for gifting the sub to Onuris. Welcome in, Onuris. Yeah, is the green for camouflage? No, you can't leave, Vune. You just hating on subs. You don't even give him a chance. I love it. Okay. So back of a knife apparently is supposed to be the way to do this.
Stay a bit longer. Stay for real.
Hey! And then we just have to break through the membrane.
Oh, yeah.
It just like starts to open naturally. Oh my god! Draconis. I'm just gonna get my bowl on the scale so we know exactly what this weighs when we go to take it out. Matt, thank you for gifting this up to Beefherb. Can we also get a shout out for Beefherb and Chef Babylon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can't do anything. I'm sorry guys, we would shout you out though. Okay, so now, kind of want to clean this up. Just because we don't want any shell in there. And then I'm gonna use my smaller knife. So the membrane on this is really thick as well. So I'm just gonna open it up.
Don't pierce the yolk.
I'm trying not to. Not my Khaleesi. Ah! Okay, it's falling out. There's one piece of shell, maybe a couple pieces. Oh my god. Okay, so the yolk makes up 45% of this egg. That's pretty rich. I think I pierced the yolk a little bit, but look at that. What? It's gross? How is it gross? You're just jealous. To me, this is the gross part. Picking this stuff out of it. But I really don't want any shell in here. So obviously those 7 layers are quite difficult to get through. And they start to flake a little bit, right? Try and get a quick little cleanup over here as well. Well, the funny part is that I didn't actually turn the scale on, so I'm gonna pour this out and pour it back in. 1 egg! We did it! It looks like a sun. It is quite nice. Holy smokes. Matt, you're cray. Thanks for gifting this up to Tabatai. Graham, how's it going today? I know I had egg under here too. Cleanup crew, aisle 8. Matt's on a mission. Maybe if I put it in a smaller bowl, it would be a better representation for you guys as well. Okay, let's do this quick transfer. Oh my God. One egg. Anybody? Okay, so this whole thing weighing in at 450 grams. I'm still finding shell in here. So this means that we're gonna have to add 450 grams of flour and then a couple of good pinches of salt, and that is our spaetzle dough. Very, very simple. Did we get new cameras? No, we've had these for quite a while actually, since last year even. What kind of IRL were we using? Sammy already answered that. It's not a yold, it's a yolk. Okay, let's try and whip this up. I think it'll be easier if we whip this up and then add our flour into it. It looks fake, right? Yeah, Scotch emu eggs, so good. Okay, look at how custardy this yolk is though. It's so thick. Holy smokes. Annie, thank you for gifting this up to WizKid. Welcome, new subs. I would say WizKid is one of the newest, for sure, out of all the gifts that you just gave out. So welcome in, Whisk. Good to have you. Building up our little food and drink community, slowly but surely. Look at how creamy this goes now. Looks like we added dairy, but we haven't added anything. Does it have a smell? Nothing at all. Not even a thing, Vune. And it's supposed to taste very, very similar to chicken egg, but it has more of a texture like a duck egg. So it's more custardy and gelatinous. Okay, that looks good. And now we're gonna get messy. I'm gonna start mixing with my hands. Get off. And remember the other day on stream when we were milling some of the spelt grains for flour? So I'm gonna use a little bit of this flour in the spaetzle as well. I thought that would make it taste really good. Oh, emu eggnog? That actually sounds delicious, Annie. So 450 grams. I think I want to do 350 grams of all-purpose flour and then 100 grams of the spelt. Because spelt is really dense, and if we add too much of it, it's gonna change the entire texture of the dumpling. Yeah, that's what my mom said, Tabatai. She was like, you need to do a souffle with this. Emu hollandaise? The list goes on, right? Oh, do we have enough? Okay, so 325 it is. We'll just bump this up. There we go. Perfect. Now you can take this off. Hey, Moon Princess, welcome. Yeah, first time for me using an emu egg as well. And then because we always need to salt our pasta, because really I do think of spaetzle as like a German style pasta. Aw, thanks, Vune. I'll be thinking of ya when we go to press it later. I can't even imagine that in dog. If the emu egg was hard boiled, I don't think I could eat it. I think the texture would be really weird being hard boiled. You didn't tell the spaetzle to die. That's okay, Annie. We know you'll pop back in when things are settled down for you. We're not going anywhere. Okay, so I'm gonna start to slowly mix this. And this should make a really nice, smooth dough. And then you guys can notice that we're mixing it up a little bit early. So I always like to rest it like minimum half an hour before you use it. Basically the same rules as making a Italian pasta. Okay, now I'm gonna switch to my hands. This is the fun part. Oh man. Oh, this got really thick. I think I need to thin it out, Sammy. That spelt flour though, use milk or what?
Or an extra egg. Extra egg would too.
See how much that just soaked it right up? Sammy's gonna throw in a, so we're gonna do emu and duck egg. What? You're worried trying to make this with gluten-free flour? I don't know if it would work. You would probably have to do a mixture of flours is what I've seen. Okay, ready for the pop? Okay, let's loosen this back up. This duck yolk should give it some really nice color as well. Oh my God, this sound. Do you guys hear this mixing? That's not ASMR. I don't know what is. It's not loosening back up. Yes, it is. Patience. So you guys are gonna see what we're going to press this through, because it's a noodle that's pressed through a little die with holes in it into a pot of boiling water. So we don't want our pasta dough too thick that we can't get it through the press, right? So I really knew at that point that it was way too thick, so I'm happy that we loosened it up. Now you can see how glutinous it's starting to turn. You can kind of see the strands that are starting to form. So that's what we want. Before, way too thick. So maybe I should have added a little bit less spelt flour. Clean all that off, and that is literally it, guys. Now this can just sit in the fridge until we go to use it in a little bit. Yeah, is it duck season or wabbit season? It's both. How are you doing today, Dust Pirate? Washing my hands really well because we were touching raw egg. We don't want to cross-contaminate anything. Should be good. There we are. So one more time. Look how sticky that is. That's what we want. I'm just gonna cover that with some plastic while it sits in the fridge because it will dry out really quickly on top. We don't want that to form a skin at all. Just like that. Just press it right down on top. Okay, we'll pop back over to our salmon. Hopefully it's defrosted. Ooh, did you guys hear that little beep, beep, beep? That was the circulator saying that it's ready for the salmon. So that's pretty much perfect timing. Splinter Cat, how are you? Oh yeah, this is looking way better. So next up for this salmon that sadly got torn up by the butchers. I'm sorry guys. Half of it's really nice, so that's what we'll use for presentation. This other half, let's pretend that didn't happen. So I see there's a couple of scales on here, and then I'm just gonna run my finger and I can feel that there's still pin bones in here as well. Which also tells me that this butcher is very inexperienced that they left that on. Unless that's just not a thing anymore, is for pin bones to be taken out. But when I was growing up, there was never pin bones left. So if you guys are like, what the heck are pin bones? So they're usually kind of in the middle of the fillet, and I always run my finger this way. So this is where the head would be. And if you run your finger over this area, they'll kind of stick up through the flesh, and we gotta take those out. Yeah, the salmon looks like that and it wasn't even deboned, right? Thank you. Your boyfriend's aunt and uncle own a butcher shop? I'm jealous, Moon Princess. Yeah, this is a sockeye salmon, guys, if you're wondering what kind it is. It has some of like the most pink flesh. So when pulling the pin bones, we want to pull the same way that the flesh is going. So if I turn this back around for you, kind of see how it's going this way, just by the belly bone. So we're going to pull it out that way. If we pull against, we're going to tear it open even more. We want to keep this little piece here as pristine as possible. So I'm just going to start at the one end, work my way down. And these are special tweezers for pulling fish bones out. So you can get something called a fish tweezer. See how they're really flat and wide. You need that to be able to hold on to the bone. And this just makes your life so much easier when you go to eat the salmon later. I always hate when you go to eat a piece of fish and it's just full of bones still. Number one, it's annoying to keep picking it out of your mouth. And number two, it's definitely a choking hazard. Oh yeah, 2 in 1. Looks like we maybe have like 6 left. Okay, we're good. We're good, we're good. You used a set of nail clippers? What? How did you even get it out without clipping the bone off? I love that. The things that we resort to, right? That's good problem solving though.
I used nail clippers before. I jacked them from one of the servers because we didn't have a tweezer.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I've done pin bone picking a few times before. Just a few. Okay, I'm gonna portion this down a little bit because this isn't all gonna fit in one bag. So I'm gonna keep the one really nice portion at the top here. And actually, I'll probably cut it into a smaller piece and get 2 nice pieces out of that. Hey, Buff, how are you? Most of the time, you don't tend to have to do that. Well, things have changed here in North America. Butchers have gotten lazy, or fishmongers. I don't know what to call them. Yeah, Dust, I just use my teeth. How do you know if you got them all? I just run my finger along the one area, and if nothing else is popping up and if you can't feel anything, then you're good. It usually stops around here. So it's usually only this top part. Nike, how are you? Okay, so let's cut this here at this spot. I'm just feeling the belly too to make sure all those bones are gone. Now they broke my trust. And we're gonna keep the skin on this when we cook it. I just find it always turns out better. Try and not press too hard on the flesh when you're portioning because it is so delicate. So 1, 2, and then I'm just gonna leave this other piece whole like this, and then Sam and I are gonna eat that for lunch. Oh no, not on the wood. The worst. Okay, next up, gotta make a bag. So we're gonna vac pack these, but you could also just use a Ziploc bag. So this is just me being fancy. This is a food saver. We got it from Costco. It's really, really awesome if you're one of those people that buys meat in bulk. and then freezes it. So it takes all the air out, and that way you never get anything that's freezer burnt. Pretty awesome. I think it's a really good investment. Boop. So I got my nice small bags in here. So we can do both of those in one bag. Just kind of measure.
Hey, things are working again.
Oh, it is working? Hey, Streamlabs. Yeah, maybe there. Cut it. And then we'll reverse this, and then I'll seal the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna move this for a sec so I just don't get salmon everywhere. Move it over. Come on. Matt, just checking if your command works still. Yay, we're back. We are back. Wait, what? Okay, now it's sealed the bottom. Dun, 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 dun. So, bag number 2. Actually, I keep doing this wrong. You're supposed to just cut it and then seal it from the last one. So let's back this up. Seal it first. Buff 115,900. And now you have that same amount. I don't know. Is that the max? Really? I don't know what kind of casino they're running here, guys. That piece is a little bit longer. So let's do that. There's our 2 bags. I always like to fold over the top so you don't get it dirty. Usually if you get it dirty, it doesn't like to seal as good. So just to be safe, just roll it over. Should be pretty mess-free. When you smoke a whole brisket, what? You've sous vide a whole brisket? Or vac-packed one? Bags. How to tell I'm Canadian. Oh, hi, Monastache. Just saw that you were in here. Okay, first one. Oh, just wait though. We're skipping our very crucial step, which includes seasoning our meat. Apparently it's amateur hour. I've been busy with my bags. Bags. It's like bagel. Why are we like this? So fish is a lot more delicate than red meat and poultry and pork. I don't know what we're blaming you for. So we don't need as much salt on fish. I usually like to play it safe and do a little less, and then if I have to, I can touch it up after it's done cooking. But over-salted fish is really terrible. As with basically any other thing that's over-salted. But fish is also really expensive. Doggo's like, fish? Do you like fish? Yeah, Buff Bagwell. Don't get me started. Pasta. Pasta. Okay, this piece, just put that away. Just don't even want to look at it anymore. R.I.P. Buff Bagel? Okay, that was the most difficult part. Should be done with washing my hands now. Doggo, would you like a pea? And now for aromatics. So I am going to quickly pop outside and grab a couple little herbies, and I also have some chives here from the garden. So now we can get creative with how we want our salmon to be flavored as it cooks. Yeah, now she's aware of the salmon. She's like, where is this? Robin and Holly saying pasta.
So you have to, you want other things to focus, you have to move things away from the middle of the camera so that it's really focused on the vacuum cleaner.
Okay. Sammy's giving me tips. Camera tips. Chocolate? Matt, what are you on? What are you on? Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of parsley. I'll grab some of the dill that's gone to seed, and maybe just a little bit of thyme. Ooh, and some basil. Okay, I'll be right back. How much olive oil? So in this method, you really don't need to use much. Probably only gonna do 2 tablespoons per bag. This is like a really good way to save your oil. I've never actually poached salmon in just a pot of oil though before. This is me playing it safe, I would say. Something back here. Is it the deer or the bear, guys? Something's rustling. Doggo's listening. She's like, who's in my yard? What's this? No ants allowed. Okay, we did the pick. Ready? So dill that's gone to seed. I'll split that up between the 2 bags. Oh, was it actually staticky while I was out there? I was literally right outside the door. This doesn't make sense. Got a couple stems of thyme. And then I'm trying to put this so it's actually not directly on the salmon. So I'm gonna move this off to this side. I don't want it to make an imprint when we suck all the air out of here. Got a little bit of parsley. Oh, chicken enchiladas. Betty used to make those quite often when I was young. And then just some really nice basil. So 3 leaves per. Yeah, it's just begging. Thought it was dandelion. I mean, those are edible too, Matt. Could work. Transition between in and out. That's funny, guys. I'm sorry about that. But when I'm actually gardening, it's fine, right? But for some reason, when I'm right outside the door, not good. Not good. Okay. Definitely gonna want an extra virgin olive oil for this. Really nice olive oil. That way it won't make the fish taste bitter at all. Oh, waifu's B-Day today. Wish her a happy birthday for me, Nike. Give her a hug and a kiss. Approximately 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Basically, you're just pouring it over the fillets until it looks like they're gonna be nicely covered. Stick of butter, a paint roller, and a mostly empty container of orange juice. Sounds like you gotta get creative there, Annie. The cutthroat kitchen carries on. Okay, let's do the sad looking one first. Yeah, exactly, Buff. Please, nobody buy olive oil that's literally just labeled olive oil. You will not have a good time. Okay, this might be a little bit loud if you have headphones. I'm not really sure how it transfers over. Just be aware though. So moist. And I'm gonna just control this. Because I didn't want any liquid to come up. Go, go, go. Whew, success. Okay, so there's one. One and done. Beautiful. It looks way better like that. You can barely see the imperfections. And the olive oil kind of just settled in that hole there. That's all right. I feel like I got a sneeze coming. Excuse me. No sneezing on the food. Oh, I might have done too much. Let's hope it seals before the oil gets up there. Ah! Yes. Oh, that looks like happiness. Hey, a Karen, how are you? Oh, that's what happens, Buff? Okay, I've never had that happen to me before. I didn't even know that was a thing. There we go. Let thy poaching commence. Okay, so this is a decision that you have to make. Oh, it happens to Matt. What? Interesting. So whether you want to sear this after it's been poached or cook it a little bit more and just peel the skin off and eat it as is, it's definitely a texture thing. If you like the kind of softer, buttery texture, then you don't have to sear it after. But if you like getting like a crispier outside, then I would cook this a little bit lower temp. So I would probably go to only 115 Fahrenheit. And then that way you still have room to play and sear it because you're gonna be putting it back on the heat and then you won't overcook it. But for us, I just want to serve it like this once it is done after an hour. So I have the circulator set to 130 Fahrenheit, which if you were to cook a steak, that's about medium temperature, and that's how I like to eat my salmon. If you like it more well done, bump it up to like 145 Fahrenheit. I wouldn't go too much higher than that because it might start to dry out. Things are good here, Karen. Thanks for asking. Good old poop talk. Okay, I'm gonna drop this in and set an hour timer, and then that way we know we have an hour to prep everything else for dinner. Blame Sammy again? He's not even in here. He'll never know. Yeah, I am so excited for this. I might actually take a photo so I can post it. The color looks way better on the screen than what I can get on my phone even. Yum. Matt, it's gonna be cooked to medium temp in the middle. Like I said, if you like your fish more flaky and well done, I would just turn the temp up a little bit higher. Garlic butter and dredging it, nice. I'm gonna throw some garlic in with the vegetables. I just didn't want to overwhelm the salmon with too many different flavors. So we'll leave the garlic to the vegetables. Honey butter, yes. Garlicky honey butter, I'm in. Okay, 1 hour timer. And go. Yeah, garlic butter is freaking so good on like everything. Okay, spaetzle dough is made. Salmon is in there. So look away, Matt, look away. Some garden veggies. We have to pick a couple more beans as well as the cherry tomatoes. So I think we should head out there now. It's pretty sunny, it's pretty hot out there. That way we can bump it up and then process everything at once. Ooh, honey mustard, nice. Yes, the Nike and Matt feud has begun. Love it. Okay, so we're gonna go grab a couple cherry tomatoes and a couple more beans from outside. I got my phone with me so I can read chat. So let me know if the mic starts to mess up too much. Yeah, I tried a different angle today. It's pretty nice. It's dreamy, isn't it? But we gotta move now. I think I should be able to get pretty close over here. Everything's doing really good. Have you guys seen our peppers lately? A lot of spicy stuff happening over here. A lot of spicy stuff. Okay. Tomato. I think that's as far as we can go. The tomatoes are insane right now, though. Just checking the view that we have. Not very good for the sun, hey? That's as far as we can go. Try and turn that down a bit more. The tomatoes are insane right now, though. Oh, are we good? Did it freeze? No, we're good. Dang. The lighting's not very awesome for this. So I'll try and go quick. So these two types of cherry tomatoes I got from a local farm here. They had the plants already started for me. And if you can see the vines, I counted some of the vines. They had like 40 tomatoes on each vine. And then there's a couple of vines over here that are like doubles. So there's like 60 cherry tomatoes on one vine. And it's starting to get too heavy. So I'm gonna have to do a little work in here and prop them back up. Thanks, WizKid. I wish the camera quality was a bit better. I think just the way that the sun is angled is not the best right now. Eshmulf, thank you for the follow. Yeah, it is quite a bit of work. Like, my mom and I spend quite a bit of time in here during the week. I would say I spend a minimum of 1 hour every week just kind of doing maintenance and seeing what needs to be trimmed or fixed, watered, etc. I just watered everything yesterday night. She was getting dry. Okay, we got that. So the ones I'm picking right now, they're called Sakura. And I've never grown this variety before. So far, so good though. I don't know if you guys want to look that up. Sakura. And I'm just gonna start putting them in my pocket. This apron's pretty awesome for gardening. This is my first time harvesting tomatoes as well, so I'm very excited. It's one of my favorite fruits, I guess, because it's not really a vegetable. And then what I'm picking now, they're called Sun Gold. Pretty popular variety. So nice and sweet. And, okay. You guys see the ones over here? These are our big heirloom ones. Those probably won't be ready till the end of summer. Yeah, the darker ones are towards the top. Yeah, right? Well, that's kind of how it grows though, Matt, is the vine starts to grow. And then the tomatoes start to fruit from the top. And then as you can see, like these ones are just even starting to flower. With trusses of 20 fruit or more. Okay, that makes total sense then. Yeah, very good variety. I'll definitely be getting them next year. Okay, so here's, oh no, I crushed one. I guess I have to eat it. Mmm. So good, even if I'm eating some dirt. Ah! There we go. Okay, I'm gonna try and change the angle a bit more. Yeah, dirt is healthy, right? That's why I never get sick. Okay, the angle for me picking beans is literally right behind the tomato. So hopefully that's still okay for you guys. Actually, maybe it was better over here. Let's do a little switcheroo. Oh, that's all I can go. Yeah, I seem to have crushed one. Well, I guess I have to eat it. Toronina? How do you even say that? Toronina? Okay, I'm just over here. A wild doggo may appear. We'll see. But I think she already had her dinner. I'm just gonna pick a quick handful of beans. This is basically the end of these as well. And then I have a bunch of seeds started to transplant once these come out. I don't like wasting time waiting for stuff to grow. There's lots in the middle here. How's my microphone, guys? Hopefully still okay. Okay, we are good. Handful of French beans. And now, I can go and prep everything. We're back. Just gonna bring that camera inside. And now, to empty out my pockets, let's add to the tray. There's that, and then our tomatoes. So nice. Oh yeah, these peas, I've eaten so many raw. So good. And they are snap peas. So you can eat the shell and everything. Yeah, when you make steak at the restaurant And you're like, oh, well, I guess that's not how they wanted it cooked. I guess that's for me now. It's torangina. Okay. Torangina. I think Sammy ordered a Tony's for us today, Matt. So good. Okay, so how do we want to do this? I think the tomatoes we're definitely going to leave raw and maybe just dress them with a little bit, maybe we could even just dress them with some of the infused oil from the salmon once it's done. But we can have them like sliced in half already and ready to go. We'll season them as well with a little bit of salt and pepper. Tomatoes always need that. The peas and beans, definitely gonna get some garlic butter going with that. That was a great suggestion, you guys. And then the Swiss chard, I think we'll just throw in with the peas and the beans, kind of at the end. We'll saute the stems with this stuff and then just throw in the greens at the end, just to wilt. I think that sounds like a good plan. Yeah, just put it all in the blender. Used to have like a giant bag full that you would munch on throughout the day. Yeah, so good. My baba used to grow a lot of stuff as well. Make a sauce to use on the fish. I don't know if it's gonna need it though, Matt. Might just make it too confusing. We'll see though. We'll see if I feel like getting fancy. Maybe even just like a little bit of sour cream could be really good with this. Okay, quick little rinse on our tomatoes. Armored, how's it going? You having a good day today? These tomatoes just keep wanting to escape. They're like, please don't crush me. The day is done, pizza is almost ready, and you have a cold beer waiting. Dang, you're in a good spot then. Sounds like you know exactly what you're doing. We're almost there. What's our timer at? 45 minutes we got. Look at this little guy, so cute. So we're just gonna slice these all in half. Maybe even put in a little bit of fresh basil with these at the end. It's always good. That's something I wanna do next year as well, is grow my basil plants in with my tomato pots, because tomatoes and basil grow really well together. That's something a lot of farmers do, because the tomato kind of shades the basil, which is perfect because basil doesn't love to be directly in the sun. It's kind of just like a happy marriage. Makes a good soup too. Oh, yes. Tomato basil soup. Hopefully we get a lot of those heirlooms and then we can maybe make a nice soup or a gazpacho. That's something I've never done before either. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do to those now. I'm gonna try and refrain from eating them all. So I'm just gonna put them over here, out of reach. Now we're gonna get into our beans, which we're just gonna take the tops off. So where they came off of the plant, and then the little bottom curly Q, if we look at that, I like to leave that on. It's definitely edible. Some people are picky though and they take it off, but I don't see why we would waste that part. Egg drop soup? We've made that on stream before. Somebody asked me to make that, Matt. And it was so easy. You just really have to pay attention to the temperature of your broth before you put the egg in. That's really it. It's obviously a really inexpensive soup as well, as far as protein goes. Hot and sour soup. Man, I like all soups. Like, I'm always down to eat soup, even in the summertime. I've kind of been having a hankering for curry of sorts. Something Thai. Coconutty and spicy. You can't get one without paying so much. Yeah, same here. It's like basically anything that I have a craving for, I just have to make myself because there's not much here. Beans, I think they're so beautiful that we're just gonna leave them whole like this. And they're not gonna take much cooking either. Like a couple minutes for all of this and we'll be good. Because I don't want them to go mush on us. Still want a little bit of crunch in there. If they're mushy, you took it too far. Our peas. So these, we're going to go from the top. Hold on to that, pull it down, get the string out, and then I just kind of pop off that bottom part. Thai green curry with coconut rice. That is like my go-to buff. Am I gonna blanch them? Ooh, we could. We could do a quick blanch on the beans and the peas. That might be a really good idea. And just preserve them in all of their freshness that they are. Get some nice salty water. It would look so nice and green as well. Whoa, monkfish curry. I don't know if I can get that buff, but I can message the fish place here and see. Monkfish is really strong, really? Never had it. Just got really quiet in here. Just the three of us. I don't even know where Sammy went. We're all alone. Yeah, you're fine, Nike. I know you're here. I know you're tuning in and listening. Oh, it's okay, WizKid. Even if I was just talking to myself, that's quite all right. Yep, it's all good. I love my lurkers. Dust, I'm here. Yeah, maxin' relaxin', and that I can understand. Hey, that's why I started up early today. I was like, if I stream earlier, well then I can relax earlier. Pretty sure I still have paint in my hair from work earlier. Still dirty, but we got to eat. Yes, Annie. Cleaned it up. Will I talk a little more about how I got started gardening? For sure I can. I think it kind of all started when I was quite young. Is my mom's mom, they had a house in the city, but the whole backyard was all garden. And they had this massive apple tree that was like taller than the house. You couldn't even reach the top of it. And basically we went over there every single weekend in the summer to help them with the garden because they started to get older. So that's kind of how I learned about all of this stuff. And I'm really happy that I took interest in that. And then obviously when my Baba and Guido passed away, well, then we still wanted fresh veggies. So then my mom started gardening. And then I started helping my mom do that. And then when I moved out on my own, I started gardening with like little planter pots on my patio because we were in an apartment. And now we're here. Well, when I left home for the first time.
When she left the nest.
Yeah, when I moved out with Sammy.
I picked her up.
Ah!
I got her.
What the hell?
I took her right from the nest.
Holy. I wasn't ready for the drop. You were forced as a kid to pick weeds? Man, I just remember like shelling peas and shucking corn when I was young. We were always put to work. It's like, we're going over to grandma's, yeah. And it's like, okay, today we have to do this and this and this. Oh. But now look at me. It's like, I love that stuff. And kind of coincides with being a chef is over the years, kind of started to feel disconnected from my ingredients. Cooking for mass amounts of people, you're getting stuff in from like Mexico, South America, Europe, just to like have those ingredients to cook the menu. And it's like, why are we shipping this in from other countries when you can literally grow it here? And so then I started to learn how to grow all this stuff. Okay, so charred stems, you saw that I lined everything up and then just sliced the stem off. We want these to be pretty small. So kind of the same dealio as yesterday when we were prepping the chard. I think I want to do like 1/2 inch thick pieces. And that'll saute up nice and quick. You'll be inheriting the family apple orchard. That's amazing. I'm jealous. Apparently the apples here in the backyard are basically ready. So I think I'm gonna dehydrate some for apple chips and then maybe try and make a little bit more apple cider vinegar again. Ooh, apple crumble, heck yes. So good. You guys ever do baked apples when you take the core out and then fill it with butter and brown sugar and oats? So good.
Never.
And then you put ice cream in the middle.
Never.
You've never done that, Sam.
Never done that.
Seriously?
I've never done that.
Sam's never made a baked apple. Buff's never made a baked apple.
I make like baked apple pies. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never made a baked apple.
Takes like 10 minutes if you're like, oh, I really want like dessert. Bake an apple. It's like the most cheating way to make an apple crisp. Apple dumplings? What? Matt, that's the most evil laugh ever. Ha 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 ha. I have more experience than Sam. Mwah ha 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 ha.
You should by now. There's one thing you can't do. Make a brisket like me.
Brisket cook-off. Sam versus Matt.
Oh, okay. That might be fair. Sam versus Caitlin. No contest.
I wouldn't even enter that contest. Okay, we're all prepped up, ready to go. So Matt had a brilliant idea of just blanching our beans and peas because they're so delicious. And then we're just gonna quickly saute our Swiss chard at the end. Gonna dress our tomatoes with a little bit of the oil from the salmon. I'm gonna get 2 garlic cloves ready to go. And I think I might just slice them up. So you get like a good hit of garlic when you eat the Swiss chard. And we're pretty much there. We have 33 minutes left on our timer for the salmon. So I think we're doing really good. The best thing is the apples are family kept, so it's nothing like you have before. Do you know the variety, or is it kind of special to your family? That's so perfect, Annie. Just having 1 bottle of wine left. Yes, it's not a known variety. Interesting. We don't really know the variety we have here in the backyard either. I think it's definitely a mix of a couple different kinds from around here though. Actually, I can get Sam to go pick one. Sam, you wanna go pick one of the apples so you can check it out?
Way too stoned to walk that far.
What?
I'll lay you back.
It's hard to describe. You get lots of red and green apples. Ours is like both. I think it's a cross between Pink Lady and there is one other variety that's pretty popular out here, but I forget it. I tried to decipher it last year and I just got super frustrated and gave up. I was like, I don't know what it is. Granny Smith-esque, but sweeter. Oh, I'd be so into that.
Some already falling out.
Yeah, our apples are already falling, so we're probably gonna be picking this weekend.
They're almost like a
They grow as big as your fist. What?
Macintosh.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Pink Lady and Macintosh. Like these are our little guys. And they're already falling off the tree. So it's like green and then kind of blush. Pretty light though. They're so small, hey? They're so cute. Okay, blanching setup. So much green stuff. I'm surprised Matt's still here. We need a pot filled halfway with hot water and we're gonna heavily salt it. So you really wanna make sure that when you taste it, it tastes like the ocean. Really important when cooking veggies, especially if you're blanching because it's gonna be in there for about 20 seconds max and then out. So you think about how much seasoning can penetrate that in 20 seconds. So the less time that you cook your vegetables in the water, the more salt you need. If you're gonna cook the vegetables longer, you'll need a little bit less salt. And then I might as well fill up the pot for the spaetzle as well. Get that heating. So we can make that right away. So we'll turn that to medium-high heat. Bigger pot. We'll do the same thing with this pot for boiling the spaetzle, but we don't need as much salt because the dough is already seasoned as well. And it'll probably be in the water for about a minute compared to the 20 seconds. Turn that on. Let's go over here. Oh, What? Hopefully it'll work, guys. Is she on? No! This is the worst thing ever. So many things are blaming Sam. No, that was me. That was 100% me. Yeah. It's okay. We'll just roll without it. I'll just show you guys everything that's happening.
What the fuck is this hashtag?
I don't know. I mean, 2018, the hashtag was blame Vune. So somehow we got on to blaming Sammy. 20 different types of apples? That and that. Five different types per season. You're gonna get behind that hashtag. You guys are bad. Granny Smith and feta stuffed pork chop. Bacon wrapped. Is that actually optional though? I don't know if that's ever optional. What's in the corner to the left of the stove? That, Chef Megan Gallo, is my ANOVA. So that's a sous vide. And we are poaching our salmon in there right now. It has 26 minutes left from when we started an hour. I don't know if you are familiar with sous vide cooking, but we like to play with that every now and then. And we've had this ANOVA for over 4 years now and have never had an issue with it. It is the Bluetooth version as well, so you can control everything from your phone. It's really, really cool. You're a chef. Me too. High five. Welcome in. Has anyone ever seen a spaetzle press before? Because we're gonna be using one today. So it's basically like a potato ricer. This is how it looks. Opens up like this. Put your spaetzle dough in, close it up, sploot it into the pot, cut it off, boil it for a minute or until they float. That's it. And this way is so much better than using like a colander that's perforated or a hotel pan. Some of us chefs may know that terminology. Is this actually makes noodles compared to little short dumplings. And this is straight up from Germany. Sam's mom actually got one of your cousin or your uncle to send it over to us. Or his aunt. It's actually not that bad to clean. I usually put it right into lukewarm water right away and let it soak, and then everything comes out. Yeah, can't really beat the German maid. Yeah, it made a good sound when you closed it, so we know it's good. This would be an insane garlic smasher, Matt. I don't know if it would work. That one, I'm not sure. Okay, Sammy, what do we want to use to hold the noodles? Our same little noodle holder? I just think we'll have a lot more than we usually do. And this, also another thing from Sam's mom. Old school Tupperware, but it's got this little tray in it so that when you take the spaetzle out, you can put it into this guy, it stays warm, and then I usually just put a couple butter cubes over it so it doesn't stick. And you keep it in there as you cook your spaetzle. Oh, she is amazing. She sends us so many goodies all the time. She's got all the good stuff. She's like an expert yard sailor as well. She's good people.
She has like 7 of those. We can ask for a couple more if you want
Oh yeah, that's true.
Found it for like $2.
Yeah. Okay, waters are almost boiling. Still need our pan for the Swiss chard, our garlicky chard. Get that out. Because our blanching pot will be going away pretty soon here. And we definitely need some butter. Sammy says, yep. And I think it's time to take out our dough as well. It's safe. I feel good about it. Let that temp up a bit. Nike. Or is it you, Annie? Okay, you're going. See us on the other side. Okay, man. Good luck with everything. I hope it goes well. And we'll see you whenever you're back. No stress. Sending our love to you. And that's all I can say for now, I guess. We'll miss ya. We'll miss ya for sure. Bye. And make sure you finish that last bottle of wine. You'll need it. Does my hair ever get in the way when I'm cooking? At home, no, because I don't have a gas stove, but I would never cook with my hair down if I was at work. Okay, let's have a little look-see here. So here's our spaetzle dough. It's pretty sticky, but that is a good thing. She's been resting for just over an hour, I think. Maybe not even quite yet. Maybe just coming up to an hour. So it should be perfect. Take our wrap off. Yeah, the beard net. He lucked out. He's never had to wear a beard net. Yeah, it is Swiss chard. So all of these veggies are from the garden. I actually just finished picking them a little bit before you came in. So I picked the beans. This is my first haul of cherry tomatoes. We still have Swiss chard going. And this is the last of the peas from the garden. Okay, let's slice up a little bit of butter so we're ready to go. Because once all this stuff starts cooking, it's gonna be very, very quick. So we wanna make sure we're nice and organized. Are you cooking at a restaurant currently? Megan Gallo? And if you don't feel like sharing, by all means, don't share. But I always find it interesting when there's other chefs on Twitch. Okay, 3. I'm gonna butter these when they come out of the blanching water, I think.
I said empty your mind. Be formless.
Do 3 more. Because we need some for our spaetzle.
Put water into a cup.
Probably just gonna do all of those.
Water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put in a teapot, it becomes the tea. Water can flow, water can crash. And water.
Yeah, all of the butter and garlic. Twist my arm, guys. This needs garlic butter. Okay, I'm in. Do the beard nets come in different colors? Is it toothy? I think it definitely will be in dog because we use the spelt flour in it. But usually it's not super toothy. It's actually quite light and airy, I would say. Yeah, we had to know. No question is a bad question. And I'll just keep saying that over and over. I never want you guys to feel bad for asking something on here. Okay, we are so ready. I'm gonna get a spoon. And I think I might tie my hair up for when we get cooking. She's gonna get crazy. Yeah, our day is now not wasted. We learned something new. I'll be right back in like 30 seconds, guys. Just gonna take a quick bathroom break before we start this madness. We're back. The garlic smell in here, so good. You can get a 100 pack for 10 bucks. That's a lot of beard nets. Okay, water is boiling. I think we can start to cook this sooner than later. If you want to come over, Sam. Those are face nets. Let me see this. Oh my gosh. Amazing, Matt.
There's no way I'm ever wearing that.
Too good.
No.
Yeah, you'd feel like you're going fencing. Get out of there. There's a limited supply. Get out of there. Okay. Switch this up. You guys will see all the action from behind, not above this time. I'm sorry. I messed up. Yeah, a wild bear has appeared. Oh, Sammy's just gonna bring the garden cam over. Look at us.
Yo, look at me.
This one's a thinker. Action from behind. Who said that? We would never say that here. Okay, so I guess the important thing here is to not knock over anything. Okay, we'll do this. Hey! How about that? When you have 6 cameras to choose from, you gotta make something work. Okay, blanching water's going. Just gonna turn that down so it stays warm, because that's gonna be kind of a last minute thing. So this lovely scoop here, this is called a spider, and that's what I'm gonna use to scoop the pasta out. Then I'm gonna rinse it off and then scoop the veggies out.
You got your cutter?
I have my cutter.
Cutter.
Sammy's going in, pressing. Do I need to turn the pot back up?
Yep.
Cut. Ah! What was that? So see how this is more like noodles than little dumplings? Sammy's breaking the press. It's not actually broken. 5-second rule, right?
Yeah.
Trying to get this rolling again. But these are floating. So basically, as soon as they float, it's kind of same dealio as gnocchi. They're good to go.
That one works.
What?
I need mute for a second.
To mute?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to get the nudes
Yeah,
out.
once you're done.
Just press mute.
Oh.
Matt, Sammy thinks that you're saying bad things to him. He had to tell me what he thought. This guy. There we go. I can't really see. Spaetzle. So we're just gonna let the butter melt over this. Spaetzle. Spaetzle. They cook so fast, right? Japan has the longest single noodle in the world. See, you're still saying dirty things to Sam. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's
What?
my blanching pot.
Yeah, I need more water.
Okay. You want a lid on it?
It's gonna boil quick.
Okay.
Just get more water in the blanching pot.
This guy. 2 different seasonings.
What water? And salt.
Well, the blanching one was way more salty.
We're good.
We're good, he says.
Ready?
Yep.
Ready.
Can you guys hear the crackles of it going through the press? So good.
Cut.
Cut it. I'm excited. Yeah, they're having a private conversation in front of our backs. Blame Sam. Yeah, who would rock the outlandish pants? Oh, what? I didn't even notice he had Rugrats on. Too good. Too good. Scumin. Next. That actually didn't make a huge amount. 1 emu egg is pretty perfect.
250 grams is only. Oh, it's not.
What? That's not even a pound. Just under a pound.
Yeah, it's only a pound.
Next butter layer. Yeah, you're just blaming him, but giving me all the attention. I'm in. Okay, we're ready for the next one. And salmon has 8 minutes. But remember, there was a 45-minute to an hour window. So if we're ready a little bit early, we could always take it out a bit early. Okay, salmon, let's go. You can talk to people here.
I had
He has to type.
to.
Come on, sous chef.
Hey,
We ain't got all day.
Hey, yeah, we do.
No, because if the chef leaves, then you're stuck doing all the work. Go, go, go. Done, guys. So 3 presses for a
Holy
recipe
shit.
with 1 emu egg. We almost lost the camera. Almost lost it. Sam's like, oh, I didn't know that was there. But you put it there. You did this. Just running our cold water over that. Now we can bust that back up. This is gonna be full. Oh man, she's heaping. Nice. Oh yeah, they're done. If they float, they're done. Trust, Matt. Trust. But I love how you always have my back, man. I need that. Make me second guess myself. Sam! Okay, we're good. We're good. Spaetzle, complete. Rinse the nudes off. Get rid of the water. And let's start our Swiss chard pan with the butter, aka garlic butter. Making a mess. On. Let's do medium high. Get this cranking as well. And I think we're safe to take the salmon out. Hey, Cookie. Yeah, we cracked the egg. We just finished making the spaetzle with it. DJ Con Carne, what's up? You need a Sam for your house. I will allow this. The OG is mine though. Don't worry, there'll be many more eggs if no one clipped it. Many, many more. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna start with our garlic in our butter. Two garlic cloves sliced up. Let's get those sizzling. This is the funniest angle, but I love it. Yes, back to the purple burner. Oh, I've missed that. I've missed that, guys. Do you remember those good old days? Oh, you couldn't even clip? Seriously? Fired for sure. Cookie, how's your day today? Okay, we're sizzling. Is this not one of the best smells in the world? Garlic butter. Get my spoon holder. Okay, we'll go until it's kind of just starting to turn golden brown, and then we'll throw the Swiss chard in. AKA now, because it really doesn't take long. Had to pick out 6 rose bushes. Well, that's all right. Are they all different colors? Okay, salt and pepper. Just a nice pinch of salt to start. Maybe 2. Our water has finally started boiling for our peas and beans. Very quick saute. Just grabbing some wine. I think I might just throw the cherry tomatoes in with this. Just right at the end. I'm gonna let the wine reduce just a little bit. Cook out. We don't want that heavy alcohol flavor. And we're good. That. And then that pan's coming off. Just give that a quick stir, but we don't want to cook this anymore. Perfect seasoning. So off of the hot burner. Next up, very, very quick. Drop our beans in. I wish that could focus a bit more for you. But the beans are gonna go from pale green to a more deep green and almost look more translucent. That's how you know when to take them out. Sammy's coming in, thank you. Oh, I think this loosened up or something. Just careful. We're almost there. You can always take one out and test it. Hey, a pea. The Sam Cam. Buff. Okay. Bye, Buff. Thanks for everything, man. It's good to see you. Yeah, ice. Wilted, but not too wilted. So this, I think we're great. And we just got to do the peas. When you guys eat green beans, do you like it to have the squeak in it? That's like my favorite. Okay.
That's really good.
The spaetzle? Yeah. So our last little nub of butter here, just to dress our blanched vegetables, and then we'll give it another little bit of salt. The peas will take way less time than the beans. They're much more delicate. We'll give that a little stir. And we're good. And then if you guys could hear the timer going off, that means the salmon's done it well as well. So everything kind of just timed out perfectly. Okay, let's come back over here. We're here. Not that I can tell, Dust Pirate. Emu eggs have a very similar flavor to chicken eggs. Matt, these blanched veg look so good. That was such a good suggestion. Stuff like this, when it's that fresh, it's just so much better to keep it simple. Yeah, it's just bigger.
And thicker.
Mmm.
Like the yolk and everything is thicker, right?
Mm-hmm. That. And I can get this safety hazard out of the way now. Oh, the garlic smell in here right now. So let's pause this. Beep. See how we did. Oh, it looks beautiful. Check those out. So, one thing when you're cooking fish, if we were to compare this once again to cooking steak, is when fish is getting closer to being like well done, is it releases its proteins, which are white. So if you ever cook fish and you notice that there's this white stuff coming out of it, that means that you're like perfectly cooked. I would take that out. If you push it past that point, it just starts to get so dry. So this is the uglier piece that we had, and this is the really nice pair of fillets that we portioned. So I'm gonna get that out of the bag right away so that we can eat it hot. And then this one, I'm gonna let it cool down. Then we're probably gonna flake it up for lunch tomorrow and put it over rice. And it's gonna be a touch wet as well. So I always like to put a paper towel under it. And then we want to save the oil from the bag because it's been infused with all of those herbs. So I thought that would be really nice to kind of spoon back over the salmon. Some of the herbs are gonna come out too, but that's okay. This smells amazing. So the herbs, can't really do much else with this at this point. Just gently take them off. I'm going to split this where I cut it earlier. It's a close one. They almost stuck together. Got him. Yeah, the ugly one is beautiful in its own way. Well, I know it's still gonna be delicious, that's for sure. And now we're gonna take the skin off. So if your salmon is perfectly cooked, this skin should just pull right off. I think. It's kind of falling apart is what's happening. We'll pull it off in a few pieces then. Sure, salmon, make me look bad. And if some of you really like crispy salmon skin, poaching it in this method and then just quickly frying the skin side to crisp it up after, that's a really good way to do it without overcooking your fish. Thank you for the follow, Revelation. Okay, let's hope this piece is a little bit easier to do. I'll just be a bit more gentle. You never eat the gray slime by the skin. That's actually a really healthy fats for you though. I know everyone's always so weird about it, but that's actually one of the best parts for you. Yeah, this does not want to really peel off. Oh, maybe this side's better. Slow and steady. Almost. So I remember there was a couple of you last time I cooked salmon and you were like, you're not gonna eat the skin? It's definitely just a texture thing for me. It's too soggy and slimy. But once again, that's one of the better parts for you, is there's so much nutrition in the skin. Okay, I'm not gonna fool around with that anymore. But I might try and blot off just a little bit of the proteins if I can, just because I don't love the look of that presentation-wise. Because to me, if you were to get this at a restaurant, I'd be like, well, that's overcooked, but it's totally not. It's just the method that we cooked it. There we go. That should look better, especially when we pour the oil back over it. Okay, time to plate up, guys. All of the hard work is done. Now we can enjoy the fruits of our labor. Yum. This is a treat. Oh yeah, your cats for sure would love it. Ooh. I'm gonna do white bowl. We'll get in there. Salmon. Get in there. It looks under to you, really? Even with all that fat coming out of it? Okay, look at these noodles. German dumplings that we add, or we use the emu egg. We actually had to add an extra duck egg because it got so thick. And then I also used some of the freshly milled spelt in there. Good beans, Sammy. He's munching and crunching. So we'll make a little bed of that. Galactic, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Sammy's coming in with what I want. So I'll use that after him. Is it hot hot? He's just gonna hold it.
Sure.
He's just holding it. Oh, nice. Did you get a little bit of this sauce in there?
Going to yet?
Okay. So our garlicky sauteed chard with some nice cherry tomatoes from the garden. Can I have a little bit of sauce too? Thank you. A little bit of white wine is what we put in with that as well. So it got nice and saucy. Make it a soup. What? I put way too much love into this to make it a soup. Our beans. Nice French beans. The noodles look dry, but they're not dry, right? Peas. That looks delicious to me. Mmm. Is it true? That is the farthest from true. Me, a soup hater? I love soup. Okay, look at how nice this oil looks now. Delicately place our fish on there. So far, all that's coming out is the salmon juice. There we go. Salmon, you want some of this? No? It's good? I think I just want to grab a little bit of basil and tear it up. Yeah, I did 130. Sorry guys if it gets staticky, I'm going quick. And I like to do maybe a touch of pepper.
Probably do 25 next time with sockeye.
Okay, is it a touch dry?
No.
Do you want pepper on your salmon? Couple of basil leaves in there. Holy, they're like flying around. That looks kind of funny, doesn't it? There we go. That's a full bowl. Everything looks so fresh in there though. Yeah, Sammy's just getting into his. This is nothing new to me now, guys. You can see that it doesn't really faze me. Everything's good though, yeah, Sammy? Are they giving you heck?
Yeah.
He's a hungry man. What do you guys expect?
He did an entire feeling check.
Okay, I am so ready for this. Yeah, I'm so excited for these beans. Like this crunch ice. But to me, I need to get into this. The salmon, the most expensive part. Matt, it's not mushy like you think it would be. It's literally perfectly cooked. Haha, doggo's upstairs. The door is closed. A B+. Yeah, it's seriously perfect. It's just flaky. It's not like mushy at all. Thanks, Dust. Yeah, it's mainly because of the meat to veg ratio. Team Bonin. Yeah, chef. Okay, let's try this pasta. I know, Matt, I know. That's a fair judgment. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and I will never take anything to heart. The garlicky sauce from the chard and the tomatoes over the spaetzle is perfect. That's the garlic kick we wanted. Let's try our pea. Sweet and crunchy. She's got a good little piece of basil as well. Sammy's going back for seconds. What? You eat the peas and the beans? Oh, Matt. I like this. I'm speechless right now, actually. I don't even know what to say. You've changed since you went away. For the good, though. I never have normal veggies. I guess that's true. Yeah, peas and beans. Actually a norm. Except carrots. Carrots should be soon. Probably next week we'll start cooking with them.
How long for beets?
Oh yeah, carrots and beets, actually. Both of those. Okay, we're wrapping things up, my wonderful people. And we are gonna go raid somebody lovely. If anyone has any recommendations, let me know. Seeing a couple of food and drink streamers on. When was the last time we raided Tabatai?
It's Amanda's birthday.
Is he on? Oh, he is on. Okay, we're gonna go raid Tabatai. It's Amanda's birthday, aka Monastache. That's what's going down. Let's go show him some love. This is perfect. You have a half hour left. No. No. The colors are crazy again, Matt. We have heirloom carrots. You want to ride the train? Yes, Nike, you're still here. Okay, thank you so much, guys. This turned out so good. I did, chef, I did. I'm gonna be posting it on Insta either tonight or tomorrow morning. So look out for that. That would be wonderful if you post it for Bonin. I would so appreciate that. Okay, take care, guys. We will be back on Sunday cooking with you. I think I already have it planned. Buttermilk fried chicken, mashed potatoes, homemade gravy, and slaw. Hell yeah. Southern style, home cooking. She gonna be good. Yeah, I'm pumped for that. I think we might be doing the big fryer outside too. Okay. Who knows what else we'll deep fry then? Okay, guys, we're going in. Get those Kate raids ready. Love you. Thanks for everything today, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Sam and I are going to be working the next 2 days, and then we would love to just have Saturday off together as one day where we don't do anything. So see you guys on Sunday. Did it work? Something happened, it said error. It worked.